Hey guys, welcome back to Talk to Yue. In this video, I will complete the last section of my HSK 3 simulation. It is the last exercise of the writing component where you have to write by hand the characters that you're given. It is a very short exercise, but it is worth a lot of points, so it's very important that you guys make the least amount of mistakes as possible in order to get a good score. So let's get into it. As always, you have an example where it shows that you will have a sentence with a gap, and above the gap you have the pinyin of the character you're supposed to write. So I will give you a few tips. You only have 5 sentences, so you can take your time with this exercise. My suggestion is to first read the pinyin of the word you have to write, and then brainstorm by yourself which characters with that pinyin do you know. Now you will see that you have the pinyin with the tone marking as well. So if you know your tones very well, that is very easy for you to choose. But if you only know what the sounds of the word are and you don't remember the tone or you're not sure, then this method can really help you. So let's take the first sentence. Let's not read the sentence yet, but let's focus on the pinyin, which is zhong. So let's think of the characters we know that are read in the same way. For HSK 3, you only have 2, which are the first character of the word zhongguo, so the zhong that means center, here. And you also have another word, which is also pronounced zhong, but it means type. So it is a classifier, zhi zhong or na zhong, this type or that type. So we only have to pick between these two. How can we know which one of these characters it is? We have to go and read the sentence. So let's read. 老师黑板中间的这个字是什么意思? So 老师 teacher, 黑板 is the blackboard. Usually we are used to seeing something like 黑板上, so on the blackboard. Here we have 黑板中间. The zhong is part of this word composed by 2 characters. Now, if I had to use this zhong, I would have some kind of word before that tells me there is a classifier coming, such as na zhong, which type, or zhi zhong. But here we do not have any of those sorts. We also don't have a number that might tell me there's a classifier coming, such as san zhong. There are 3 types of something. So it means I have to use the other character. And indeed, it makes sense because it would translate to teacher. 黑板中间的. So in the center or in the middle of the blackboard, this is a relative sentence, so we need to read the end first. 这个字是什么意思? So this character that is in the middle of the blackboard, what does it mean? So it is this character. So let's apply the same logic to the following sentences. Again, let's first think of what we know written as zhi. You might remember this character. This zhi has 2 functions. It can be a classifier, which is used for animals, or it is an adverb, so it goes before a verb and it means only. 我只有一个苹果. I only have 1 apple. Or 一只猫,一只狗. So 1 cat, 1 dog. For HSK 3, you do not have any other word that is written as zhi, so you can be fairly sure that this is the character you need. But let's go read the sentence and check. 他不喜欢猫,也不喜欢狗,但他家有3只小鸟. Niao means bird, so he does not like cats and he also does not like dogs, but his family has 3 small birds. So you see here we need a classifier because there is a number, and so we can use our zhi. Then let's go on. Again, we have the word re. There is only one option in this case, which is the one that means day or sun. So let's see if this makes sense. 明天星期日. So it makes sense because 星期 week, the days of the week are expressed by 星期 plus a number, with the exception of Sunday, which can be 星期日 or 星期天. So here it makes sense. 明天星期日, tomorrow is Sunday. So there is only one option here. The rest of the sentence, if you are interested, says 你作业写完没? Did you finish writing your homework? 还有几个题? How many questions do you still have? Then, let's go to number 79. We have yo. There's a few words pronounced yo. We have our verb like this. Again, This is assuming you are not sure of the tones, so you can brainstorm anything that is pronounced yo. Then we also have the one for 右边, right, as in the direction. And we also have the yo from 朋友. And then we have one more, I believe, which is the one written like this, which we use to say again, but for something that happened in the past, or we use yo adjective to say someone is, for example, intelligent and also beautiful. 有聪明,有漂亮. So we have 4 options, a bit more. So of course, if you know your tones, it should be an easier choice, but we can also figure it out with the meaning. So let's read the sentence. 不是左边,我说的是右边的哪个帽子. So we're talking about a 帽子, a hat. So it is not left, 左边. What I said, 我说的是, what I said was 右边. So you see, it is the same ending as this word because we have to write the opposite of left, which is right. And the character that allows me to do that is only this one. So here you have your answer. So that's why it's good for you to brainstorm and remember the characters that you know, and then you can pick between those instead of having to come up with it from scratch. And then the last sentence, we have fen. Here again, the character you have written as fen is this one, which means to separate or a part of something, a component. So let's read the sentence and see if that makes sense. 你带钱了吗? Did you bring money? 我还差. I am still missing. I am lacking. 三角五分. This is a unit of money, which means 10 cents. So 30 cents, we would say in English. And 5 fen, which is the smallest division, which is indeed written with our character. So I am still lacking basically 35 cents. That is the meaning. So as you can see, if you are lucky enough, you will get a pinyin that only fits one character. It is possible you get one that fits multiple characters, but in general, you will see that these characters are easier to write. They have less strokes, or they are characters with more strokes that are very, very common. So it is just to test if you can write as well as understanding what is written in the sentence. So I think that this approach can help you be very fast in completing this exercise, because if you come across a pinyin that only has one answer, then you're done with your sentence. Or if you need to take your time, you can write down your options and then choose the one that fits the most. So after this exercise, your HSK3 exam will be over, you will be done. And I hope that this simulation was helpful for you, and stay tuned for more HSK3 simulations and also exercises to help you prepare. Good luck with your Chinese learning journey, and 再见!